the gospel today tells us a story of a healing. However, it is a story that is sort of has a couple of twists around that I would like to look at in detail. First of all, Jesus withdraws from the region to the region of Tyre and Sidon, and that's way beyond Judah and Israel. So he finds that there is this woman who was a Canaanite, and therefore she was not Jewish, who came and called out, "Have pity on me, Lord, son of David." She claimed that the right thing, that he was the son of David. "My daughter is tormented by a demon." We don't know whether it was a real demon or she had a high fever or something like that. Well, that remains hidden in the story. Jesus did not say a word in answer to her. So that probably was taken as a rebuke or as a rejection of the woman. But he let her speak out. And the disciples came and asked Jesus, "Send her away. She's bothering us. It's a nuisance." And Jesus answers with an answer that is baffling in a way. "I was sent only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel." We don't know what he meant by that, but for the Jewish around him, that was clearly an indication that Jesus was not to spend any time with this Canaanite woman whom the Jews sort of rejected and saw as second-class citizens. But the woman insisted. She came and did him homage. She probably fell to the ground and made some gesture that seemed like she was in some way reverencing the Lord. And she claimed, "Lord, help me." And at that time, Jesus says, "It is not right to take the food of the children and throw it to the dogs." This reply, by the way, was a cause for great discomfort one time. I will tell you after the Mass what happened with this particular phrase at a Catholic church where there was a Jewish person there. He was taken aback by this phrase, but I will leave that for later. And the woman insisted, "Please, Lord, even the dogs eat the scraps that fall from the table of their masters." And that won Jesus' heart. Jesus said to her, "O woman, what a great faith you have. Let it be done for you as you wish." And her daughter was healed from that hour. What can we draw out of this story? Well, first of all, Jesus had a clear message as he was sent to the Jewish people. However, this woman steals the heart of the Lord in a way. Even though she was not Jewish by birth, she did have a great faith in the Lord. She must have heard about him. She must have followed the crowds that were following Jesus. In any case, she stole a miracle from the Lord in a real sense, because she was so faithful and so loyal and so trusting that the Lord did to her what she asked for. This for us is a great lesson. Sometimes we may have little faith, just like that woman. Sometimes we may feel that we are not worthy, that the Lord will look upon us and do what we ask him to do. But let us continue praying. Let us continue holding our faith that the Lord will listen to us. We are in the way of the Lord, just the way that St. John Vianney was to his parishioners. I mentioned at the beginning of the Mass that he didn't do anything great. He didn't levitate, or at least not that we know of. He didn't cure people from their illnesses without having some extraordinary powers. But he did something which was remarkable. He preached the gospel. He said the Mass. He did the sacraments. He baptized people. He buried people. He did all that was expected from him to do. And that is to us a great lesson as well. If we can do that which is expected from us as Christians, and even though we don't do anything else, we are great saints. I remember that Father Llorente said something that probably heard from our founder, and he said, in every first place un agrupado, en cada primer puesto un agrupado. Well, I think that the phrase has been misled many times or misinterpreted. He didn't mean that we have to win everything. He meant that every time that something was expected, we should be there. Any good that is expected from us, we should be there. We should be attentive to fulfilling the word of the Lord anywhere we are, in the good and in the bad, in sickness and in health. Let us obey the Lord and let us do as St. John Vianney did, preach the gospel, do the sacraments, and preach to the people that God is love and he loves us all. Amen.
Amen.